Hello America, this is Shaun here for the Natural Gamers. Gonna do a little bit of a small short let's play, checking out Pillars of Eternity, which is the new, I guess, spiritual successor to the Baldur's Gate types games, like that Black Isles kind of era. I was a big fan of those games, and I was really excited about Pillars of Destiny. Funny story, I actually backed this on Kickstarter and completely forgot about it up until like, I don't know, like a week and a half ago. I got like an email reminding me the game's release was imminent, because I believe it was a couple years ago that they did the Kickstarter, which is cool, so I'm very excited to play it. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I've checked it out a little bit. I just wanted to make sure everything was going to go fine with the computer and stuff, so I played it for about an hour, and it is really cool. It's really in-depth, very thorough game, much like those old games of the late 90s and early aughts. So, let's get crack-a-lackin'. So they have all these different things. Pretty much everything in this game you can just highlight and it's going to, you know, explain it to you. It's pretty cool. It's very, like I said, very thorough. Very thorough game. In Trial of Iron mode, only one save file is kept for the entire playthrough. If the player is killed, the file is deleted and you must start again. This option can't be changed in-game. That's knuckin' futz, man. That's like, what, the Nightmare mode for like Diablo 3 or Diablo equivalent? That's crazy. So I haven't played one of these games in a long time. So, because I want to preface this, give a little context. I haven't played one of these in a long time. I am going to just kind of dick around with this on easy, just for the sake of smooth sailing for the video, so I don't embarrass myself. Although I probably am going to embarrass myself. These games generally take a little time, require a time investment to learn the systems and the kind of just the infrastructure of the mechanics and how they work and whatnot. But this is cool, beautiful artwork too. Really, really love this. As your party grows in size, you may want to change their formation. You can use the formation button on the main HUD to cycle between pre-built formations or build your own. Hopefully I won't have to dig around with that too much. For some reason, just because I don't have as much time to do this kind of stuff, like play games and whatnot anymore as an adult, which is one of the lamest things ever to happen to a person. Things that are like overly complex and require like oodles and oodles of time generally kind of suck for me. Like, I really want to get Bloodborne.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night.
But I'm not sure I have
their
the
master
time for
glancing
it, you know
ever
what I mean?
upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern, his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Well, son of a bitch. Another thing I really like about this game too is that, just like kind of those older games, it's very classic, almost Dungeons and Dragons-esque, when you have like a kind of a GM kind of narrating the game and the experience. Pretty neat, pretty radical, pretty cool. And here we go. Character creation. You know, I don't know what I should do. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll be a dude. I've actually been, a lot of my player characters recently have been female, and I make them look like my wife. I don't know why. Also in these games, when I create characters, oh my god, Na'vi, Avatar. Well, that doesn't bode well. I hate that movie, so I'm not gonna be a Na'vi. Oh, I'm sorry, an Amala. Dwarf, an elf, an Orlin. And it's cool over here because they're giving you kind of like this little kind of Cliff Notes version of like information about the race. That's really neat. I love the attention to detail. Very cool. Two-tone skin and hirsute bodies. Orlans are commonly found in air. So look at that. Look at that. More information. Crazy. These parts of Deerwood, they are known for their mental intensity and quickness. Or you can be a godlike, which is kind of a trippy character. The godlike are children of the Kith, civilized races who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. You know, when I play these games, I usually just go to the closest to what I am as a person, because I do kind of, I mean, like, I don't like hardcore roleplay, but I do like kind of, I don't know. I make decisions based on basically like how I would make decisions for the most part. I don't know. It's not xenophobia or anything, you know, being a different race or a different color or whatnot, you know, but that's just kind of how I always have played them. And don't expect me to do shitty things just for the sake of doing shitty things to people, other characters, because I'm just not like that. The most common humans in the Deerwood, the Meadowfolk, or Thurton, have lived in the area for almost 2,000 years. Meadowfolk traditionally live at the edges of elven forests, working the open plains, hence their name. Most humans in Deerwood are Thurton. Fighting spirit, once per encounter. 5 seconds after being reduced below 50% endurance, folk temporarily gain bonuses to accuracy and damage. That's cool. The ocean folk, near the equator, blah 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 blah. Like, everything about this just feels like one of the old school. I'm gonna be a Meadowfolk. Why not? Fuck it. Now, here is where I gotta make a decision. Do I kind of stick to my normal status quo? Usually, when I play a game like this the first time, I'll mainline like a barbarian character. They're usually the easiest to kind of get through the experience, as it requires less kind of busy work and crafting and like that. Like, you know, I always just kind of think of, like, you know, if you're going to be a magic user or like wizards or druid, chanter, monk, like it's more for high level play, and I, in quotes, high level play, it's a fucking video game. But anyways, like I'm just not that great at them. So they are most commonly found in cultures with an organized martial structure. Fighters can also be encountered as wandering mercenaries, bodyguards, and other types of sellswords. The common element that unifies fighters is their heavy focus on endurance and melee defense. Well, ain't that wonderful? Unifies fighters, their heavy focus on endurance and melee defense. Well, yeah, you know what? There's a lot of other things, but I really like that getup. So we're going to be a barbarian. And yeah. Frenzy. Sends the barbarian to a frenzy state, granting a might, constitution, and attack speed bonus, but causing a deflection penalty against the incoming attacks. While the barbarian's frenzy is active, his or her endurance and health are concealed. Yeah, why not? I mean, that sounds like I would do. I would just brute force it. But what I do like to do, so what the game is giving you is these are kind of your suggestions for, you know, the character class, and I'm assuming it's because I have it on easier difficulty. It's kind of coaching me, like, what are the things I should put points into. That's kind of neat. Like, I mean, especially if you're kind of like getting back into it. You know, it doesn't go into too much depth in terms of like explaining to you the logic of it, but it works for me. Like, it's enough just to like kind of put you in the right direction, because man, you can totally unbalance your characters and fuck them up in these games, especially the old ones, because they just didn't tell you, because they were designed for people coming off of the kind of D&D campaigning and whatnot. So might, so I guess we'll go a couple points in the old might department there. Dexterity, pretty important when you're a big brute. Gotta be able to be light on your feet. Constitution, the character's overall health and stamina. It's probably a good thing to have some points into. Perception represents character's sense as well as their instinctive ability to pick up on details and interaction can be used to catch someone in a lie, make observant comment about their appearance, or to notice something happening in the background. In combat, it contributes to the deflection and reflex defenses and grants a bonus to interrupt. I actually like kind of stacking my characters with a lot of intellects and a lot of things like perception, because that's how I like to play the games mostly. Is I like conversation stuff more than I really give a shit about. Well, that's that one. 14, might, constitution, resolve. Reflects characters' internal drive, determination, fearlessness, and emotional intensity they can project to others. It can be useful for mental intimidation, leadership, and convincing performances. In combat, it helps characters maintain concentration and contributes to the will and deflection defenses. So, with that, I probably just fucked up the character. I don't care. Whatever. Culture. So, I mean, like, this is pretty comprehensive. Like, you get to just build kind of a map of your lineage, like of yourself and where your character comes from. A lot of games don't really do stuff like that, so it's kind of cool. Nice kind of return to old school form, if you will. The largest, most powerful in the world, it is centered around the equator and has a tropical climate. Though the Empire's colonies in the numerous areas of the world, Greater Adair is at the heart and houses the majority of its humans and elven nations. Consisting nation of Nasdaq, dozens of armed sentinels and hundreds of lawless pirates infested islands and stretch along the southern sea. Deadfire is home to boreal dwarves, Omaya, or Moa, and a mixed variety of other races. Deadfire Archipelago is the last stop for anyone headed east. A multitude of monstrous sea creatures infest the oceans beyond, making travel virtually impossible. Well, the white that wins. The large, cracked southern expanse of polar ice. The white that wins is home to pale elves and small colonies of daring explorers, outcasts, and adventurers. While virtually no plant life grows in the white, it is home to many hardy species of dangerous animals that forage from the sea or prey upon each other to survive. Yeah, why not? I like that one. I like that. Oh. Oh my. An aristocrat, a drifter, a hunter, a merchant, a laborer, mystic, or explorer. I guess what's my disposition? Where do I come from? You've lived your life amongst the nobility. No. See, I never go that. I'm like opposite classes person. Can't stand snooty folks. Can't stand it. Never quite fit in. No matter where you go, each new town is just a place to rest before moving on to the next. You are more comfortable on the road traveling the world. Explorer, you find the siren call of the horizon irresistible. You cannot help but wonder what lies beyond the next hill or wave, and you've built your life around finding out. A laborer. Your life has been spent in the study of your craft. You trained and prepared, hoping to hone your skills and ply your trade. I guess, like, if I was... Yeah, I mean, not much of that. Not really much of a hunter. Sustenance you've made your living, taking the lives of wild creatures. So, for me, it would either be drifter or explorer. We're gonna go explorer because I'm gonna be nice to myself. And, yeah. So, skin colors. Oh, that doesn't... It's not a... Ooh! That's brown. If I like me, I'll be pale as fuck. Be pale as shit. Facial hair. That's ought to be fun. That's the one thing in these games. All these types of games, like from even the newer like BioWare, the Dragon Age to like Skyrim, hair is always a weird thing in those games. It always looks weird. Like in this game, I can't have a soul patch. Like that's what I got. I'm pretty much just a soul patch man these days. I have had a beard in the past. Not gonna lie. Okay, that's closest to probably what I look like. And hair-wise, let's see here. That's pretty much what my hair looks like right there. We're already kind of on our way. I think that they must have made this game for me. And these portraits, I guess this is kind of what you see when you're talking to NPCs and whatnot, or other characters in the game. It's like the kind of thing that. So I'm just gonna pick that one. Like, I've looked through them before, and it's all different races and stuff. So I don't know what the fuck that means.
What is it? Follow me.
And also in the first hour that I've played already, I've never heard myself talk.
My eyes are peeled. I've got this.
I've got this.
Yeah!
Oh my.
Time to see and not be seen.
Time to see and not be seen. Alright, we'll go with that. We're feisty. We're a feisty barbarian. Meadow folk from the White That Wins. Also an explorer. What's my name gonna be? My name's gonna be Stu. No. Yeah, fuck it. It's gonna be Stu. Stew. Stew potato. Stew potato. Yeah, I like it. Let's do it. So that's our guy. That's Stew Potato. Level 1 Barbarian. My lance. The Gilded Veil. I mean, look at this artwork. It's so fucking... This is a gorgeous looking game. The character models, 3D character models, a little off, but... Caravan Master Odema. The Caravan Master finishes addressing the group. His bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quiver as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
Okay.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks.
You know what's funny? Even though this is being voice acted, I am reading it as well. That's weird.
Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Veil's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the Caravan Master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day.
What?
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
I think it's very kind of you, Caravan Master Odema.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first.
Odema looks
Got a
over
sick
his
one
shoulder
here.
at his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfle, who carries an old sun-bleached bow. Sparfle nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. Where would I find
Grow
these
on a
berries?
bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one. Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pond, so I hear.
So this is a cool thing that pops up every once in a while. It kind of explains to you, you know, all those choices you just made in the character creation and how it's going to affect how people treat you, which is kind of a cool little subtle thing. They're not necessarily superior to other responses, but give you a wider variety of choices to select from, the manner in which someone responds to your choices, blah blah blah. Okay, who did build the ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Goodness gracious.
Not if you hurry about your business.
Okay.
And not if the weather holds up.
There is concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate.
This
What
time
weather
of
is it
year,
here?
rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beowick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
Oh.
They don't got Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days.
Well,
The soul butchers in
that's
Defiance
interesting.
Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that. Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot. Not like most of this lot.
Thank you.
If you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow, because she's a fucking badass.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some spring berries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
Hey, what's up, tough lady?
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Fair enough.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
He casts a sidelong glance at her.
Off of you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
Alrighty.
You heard
Welcome
the
to
man.
Pillars of
Let's
Eternity.
get going before you keel over.
If this is your first visit to a world of Aora, you may want to watch these windows to become familiar with the tools and interface available to you. Your party always consists of your characters and up to 5 additional companions or adventurers. While the caravan is camped outside the Glefothan ruins, Odima has assigned Kalisa to help you. Kalisa is a fighter, a class that excels at close quarters defense. Use her abilities to complement your own. Select a party member, click on their selection circle, the portrait, or press the number button that corresponds to their position. In the party, starting at 1 at the left, to select multiple party members, click and hold anywhere on the screen and drag the marquee over the circles, blah 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 blah. Move select character, click anywhere on the screen, where your cursor is a circle of 4 wedges. All selected characters will path to their corresponding position in the formation. If you see a red circle with a slash through it, you cannot walk on that part of the map. When multiple party members are selected, the action bar is hidden. To see an individual character's options, select only that character. So when you go into the battle system, it's actually like auto pauses the game, which is the thing you can shut off. All these different criteria for it's in the option menu for the like how kind of hardcore how much control you want to have. Let's see what this person's doing. Most people you encounter in the world are neutral or friendly. You can interact with them by clicking on their selection circle. Many characters will meet, simply greet you on their way, but others will have large conversations to explore. The merchant, Heoden, has a conversation and opens a store with equipment for sale. It doesn't really matter. It's best not to wander alone, especially so near the ruins.
Sure.
Sure. What's up, caravaner? When life doesn't agree with you, does it? You look as raw as a merchant. Heoden.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Man sounds desperate. I don't know if I trust him. You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale, if you'd like to take a look.
Let's see who you
I'm
are
a trader,
first.
originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
That's what they tell me. We might as well try. With an outlook like that, I'm sure you'll do well. If you think these caravanners are prickly, watch out for those axe-wielders Odima mentioned. How incredibly naive. I'm surprised you've lasted this long. Well, how, oh how will I ever get by without the BioWare wheel? When all the positive things are just up on the right. Let me see here. I like that. I'm sure you'd do well. We might as well try. Let's be nice. Let's be nice. My thoughts exactly.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night.
Let's see.
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Raed Ceres and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire, a fact our companions are quick to remind me of.
Gives you a lopsided grin and nods at the other scattered caravanners. Okay. Why'd you move all the way out
Because
here?
it seemed friendlier than Raed Saris? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
Oh. Entrepreneurial spirit. He shrugs. Deerwood is a former Idir colony, so it seems like a good place to start. With my Cern's work ethic, they've always struck me as a little fanatical. There's a few bugs, like stuff like that. I don't know if that was supposed to be voice acted or not. I don't really know. Like I said, this is my second time through, and it was still the same way last time. Sometimes just their voice, sometimes they're not. Mostly they are, for the NPCs, but or party members and whatnot. That time out of you seems like you got the short end of the stick. Let's see. This sounds reasonable. Yeah, I'm a pretty agreeable guy. Let's see what you got. Store allows you to trade and sell your items for copper pieces or items in the store's inventory. Merchants buy items from you at greatly reduced price. Blah 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 blah. Normal game shit. I believe these were the Kickstarter bonuses, things you got. Like it's a cloak that has the Obsidian logo. Obsidian, really good. Really, I think they're kind of like underrated in a lot of ways in terms of what they offer people. They offer out there in the game world. I mean, even just was it last year when Stick of Truth came out, the South Park game. Surprisingly, like, not just a good South Park game, like a pretty competent game in its own right. And it kind of had a lot of their hallmarks and whatnot in terms of attention to detail, really. I really liked that game a lot. See, can I compare it? I think I just want to see. Party, stash. What's in my stash? Got nothing in my stash. Oh, there's not really much here I can really tell because I didn't look. Oh, there we go. Compare. Pike. No. Mine's better. Mine is the better of the two. And this lady right here, I don't know, because I don't really have enough, like, what I would normally do if I had money, say, like, I would get better armor. But it's so early in the game, like, going to a merchant, you know, I think him and this Odema guy are in cahoots. You have a transaction pending, leave anyways. Yeah, I don't want it. Alright, well, here, I'll be a nice guy. Throw it back in there. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want your shit, Haywood. Let's go, I guess, exploring. Let's check out, we got a map here. Cool thing with the map, you can actually move around and look, which doesn't really do you much good because, you know, this giant map's in the way. We can go further out. This is pretty cool. Pretty substantial world so far. We got here. I wonder if this is the size of the whole game or if it's gonna open up at all. I bet you they'll support this with like DLC, story DLC. Kind of like what they did with Shadowrun, or have like add-on, more like traditional add-on stuff. Let's get busy. Well, let's check our inventory here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on, this cloak, so I can have this sweet. Look at that. Bam. Bam. And we'll also use the dog. When I first played this the other day, when I played it for a little while, I had no fucking clue you could put that, like the dog in. I just didn't know what it was. I don't really think it does much. The small worm's scales gleam like dark glass. The creature all but vanishes in darkness, save for its bright little eyes, like twin rubies, and the faint smoke rising occasionally from its nostrils. Contrary to its fierce kin, it seems content to shadow your step and curl up amongst your belongings. I'm not sure if that like has a purpose, but why not? Yeah, because I was playing it and it doesn't really do anything, so if I'm being honest. Oh, this is the tree that fell down. Sap oozes from the jagged wound in its trunk.
Not looking forward to trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
You said it, Kalska. Kalasa. Kalasa! Look at the horses. A horse, of course, of course. Doo -doo -doo. So as I am wont to do in these kind of games, I usually just go and like kind of uncover everything on the map I can when I have the opportunities to do so. I don't know why. It's like I'm not OCD in my regular life, but when I play games like this, games that I actually kind of like, I really enjoy and I just like enjoy exploring, I gotta uncover everything. It made me, oh my god, I played Diablo 3, because you know, every time you load it up, the map is different. It is the key pillar in the Pillar of Eternity. As you make your way through the Eastern Reach, open the area map to see the parts of the map you've already been to, blah blah blah. We've already gone through this. I'm way ahead of you, game. Yeah, because it randomly generates the areas every time you load back into the game. So I would feel the compulsion to go uncover them all over again every single time. It was a little bit maddening, if I'm being completely honest. You know, I actually know where to go, and I know this is the wrong way. I don't know. I mean, well, you should come down here to check this shit out. Maybe we're looters or bandits. The corpse is cold to the touch, and a ripe smell wafts from its putrid... Come on, man. Its putrid waves. Dark crusted bloodstain besmirches its simple linen clothing. Check this dude out. What you got? You got some lockpicks. You got some armor, which is better than the armor I have. I'm going to take that all. Check out the inventory here. Yeah, speed recovery, minus 30, minus 25. So it's got its trade-offs. Slash 9, corrode 3. Stuff more durable than ordinary hide armor. Yeah. I mean, that's really the only really shitty thing about it is that speed recovery is a little less, but that's alright. I'm a barbarian. What's she got for armor? She's got some nice armor. What else we got? Lockpicks. Okay. Continuing on. Adventure. Stay a while and listen. Listen. The Herodic Scrolls. I used to be able to do a pretty good Deckard Cain from Diablo, but don't have much reason to do it anymore. I mean, except for now, I guess, right? Like somebody's gonna laugh at that. It was a nice party trick when I was a young man. But now that I'm an old man, nobody gives a shit. Stay gold, pony boy. Stay gold. Oh. What is this? Burned lady. Was added to the stash. Okay. Must be some kind of herb. Some kind of material item. Probably for...
Let's check by those outcroppings.
You said it. Ew. Pillar of Eternity Combat uses a pausable real-time system because you will often manage more than one character at a time. It's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume real time to see the orders play out. The options menu also contains many choices for automatic pausing when certain conditions are met, e.g. start of combat. So that's cool. So this is your first battle in the game. Introduction to the mechanics of the fighting system. So we can go Frenzy. What's she got? What's this? Knockdown. 2 per encounter. Melee only. Shoves an enemy with an enormous force, knocking them prone but causing little damage. So that's interesting. And then weapon sets. Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, that's another thing I actually kind of could have paddled around with, was the weapon sets. It's always a handy thing. But we don't... So I think basically our best course of action right now is going to be just to attack this young wolf. Attack. Now let's go. Okay, all characters in the game, friend or foe, have 4 primary defenses against attacks: deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. These defenses are based on character attributes, level items, and other effects. Accuracy is compared to the appropriate defenses when an attack is made. If accuracy is below the target defense, the attack suffers a penalty to the roll and is more likely to result in a miss. So basically it's kind of explaining to you D&D rules to a certain degree. some of the D&D rules, I guess. That's probably a little reductive. Honestly, have not played a ton of tabletop D&D, which is a shame, because I actually, the 1 or 2 times I have played it, which was like last year, really enjoyed it. But just never really did it when I was younger, unfortunately, which is weird. It seems like something that I would do, but I just never did. The enemy's DR reduces incoming damage, blah 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 blah. Hopefully on easy mode that'll take it easy on me. And I won't have to... Yeah, stab! Die! Come on, young wolf. This guy is pretty powerful for a young wolf. There we go. You're dead. And, yeah. That's that. So... of course we want the wolf hide. Young wolf hide at that.
Got it.
Catch a fair price at the market.
This is it.
The berries. As you receive quests, your general update with relevant information. If you ever get stuck, open to review your notes. Explorer. Odemus says you've had some interesting travels. I was a mariner. I lived out... I'll see, now this is more kind of like history building. I love this kind of shit. It's so cool. I lived out on the frontier for a time. Interesting might not be the word. I sailed with cold-blooded conquerors. This isn't your business. I lived out on the frontier. Yeah? How's it you happen to come here? It was a harsh place to live. I was surrounded by death out there. It was too quiet a life. I was looking for something more. Raiders destroyed my home, took everything from me. So do we want to be tragic? Do we want to be just a young, adventurous barbarian person? Or it was a harsh place. I was surrounded by death out there. I don't know if she would respond very well to that. Yeah, let's do that. Hazard of the lifestyle, I suppose. You had to expect it was a possibility, no matter how much you didn't want it to be that way. Calissa breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always liked it. Did like it. Lord Raedric's offer makes girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle like the rest of the lot? No, I'm just passing through. That's usually the case with big cities, just a little further up the same road. Where are you headed? Nowhere special, just putting in time distance between me and my old life as possibly can. I'm going to continue on to the city and see where that takes me. Probably wander for a while, somewhere I can make some money. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know. Let's go to the city, see where it takes me. Closest one is Defiance Bay, the capital. A few days out. Got its nice places and its not so nice places. Same as any city, but the duck is a good man, as I hear it. Or the Duke. Anyway. I'm wasting time here. Aduma will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Tell me about yourself. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Deerwood, but my parents ended up living in the living lands. I've got a brother in Ratatouille and another in Adir. My sister in Gilded Vale. She's the only real homebody. What can you tell me about Deerwood? I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. Why are you here? Calissa sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in that place. But I'd do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me, so I'm here and we'll see. Alright, let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath for Sparfle's getting you that water anytime soon. He does what he feels like when he feels like it. We should check up on him first, slap him around a little. Stream's just down the way. Come on, let's get your water. Okay, quest updated. A moment's respite. Before we go there, though, we have to uncover the rest of this map. Because we find things like Adneth's Wort. Path winds through a narrow canyon block. Back the way you came, grooves in the road.
We shouldn't stray too far.
Yeah. Man, this game you have no agency in this game. You can't do what you want, man. I'm gonna play Skyrim. And we've already been down there, so we'll go across the bridge out. Yes.
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
Alright. Use the tab key to highlight interactive objects in the environment. You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin in the cool water while Calissa waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. Out of the trees emerges Sparfle, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there's a strangeness to his gait, a spastic wobble in his ordinarily deft stride as he moves towards you with labored breath.
Sparfle? Are you alright?
Sparfle's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. What? Poor Sparfle.
Ambush!
Oh no, oh shit. Okay. So we found Sparfle. Part of the quest is... Okay, so now we got two guys. One of them's got a shield. This one, I believe, has a bow. So I think what we're going to do... Because there's not really a reason to get into, like, singular stuff yet. Because they don't really have, like, attacks that kind of warrant that shit. So I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, this motherfucker. Die. Okay, now let's attack this one. You scored a crit, which is better to the result than a hit, and they are more likely to occur when the attack accuracy is higher than others. Defense attacks will do damage when you damage the crit, blah 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 blah. Yeah, we know. We play games. We play games game.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Your characters have become fatigued. Fatigue represents the physical and psychological wear and tear of demanding activity on a character. It builds up over time as characters travel, explore, and especially when they engage in combat. Some scripted interactions will also result in fatigue if they are especially grueling. The athletic skill automatically slows the onset of fatigue from any source. Fatigue goes through multiple stages, initially inflicting minor penalties but growing more severe in time. Resting is the easiest way to remove the effects of fatigue. So it can be also fatigue total. Okay. I mean, you're just gonna have no time. Sorry, yo. Get a bow. Take that. Take it. It's in my inventory here. Can I put this in my second weapon slot? Sure can. Oh, joy to me. I kinda wanna take her shit. It's not really much better when I got it. The pike. A pike. Is that more of an axe man? Switch to new weapon sets by selecting weapons. Oh, yeah. You already know this. Way ahead of you, game. We're in a moderate hurry. Let us return to the camp. I believe it's over here. We haven't gone far enough yet. This music is really impatient with me. It's like, hurry, get back. Music's awesome, by the way. Actually, I really love the music. I really just love the whole aesthetic of this game. It was fucking rad. Okay.
Yeah?
No. Okay, weapon sets. Let's use our bow. Let's attack this
go!
motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah? After that!
Get up there, Calissa. God damn. I wanted to check out the bow. I don't know. Well, that does okay damage. I don't know if there's anything really right about it. Stupid table.
Huh?
Eh? Get your pike back out. Also, it seems like, I don't know if this, it must be like an easy mode thing, but like you, your health comes back at the end of each
No
encounter.
problem.
Why isn't she coming
Got it.
to? Come on. All around you lie the massacred remains of other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy on the blood-damped earth. Calissa puts the back of her left hand to her mouth, as if to ward away the horrors like a poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stands above the fallen, treading on limbs and back and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs as they prepare to add you to the sprawling pile beneath them. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds the wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Heoden, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life, for the fight you will lose. The ruin has not been sullied by our hands, which we know because we asked questions. Why have you done this? We have not trespassed. We merely just passed through. I don't know what they did, but it didn't have anything to do with it. Murderers, you will pay each for each life. You will try to kill us either way, but why make it easy? Let's see here. You now have one rank in the disposition reputation. These reputations represent how people perceive your personality throughout the world. This is my favorite shit. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favored by some people, and benign reputations often bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity, but if your main character is a priest or paladin, you must be careful not to misalign their disposition with what is favored by their deity and order, respectively. For the main character only, their disposition will modify the effects of the holy radiance for priests and faith and conviction for paladins. Your words carry no weight. When I have seen the truth with my own eyes, blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. See? If I only bumped up that reception or resolve. We are innocent in this. We will not listen. Might. Only a fool attacks weak enemies while a stronger one yet lives. Athletics rush the man before he can react. Judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I am guessing you are a worshipper of Gallowin. If Gallowin told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? Put down your weapons. I mean, I don't know. I don't think... That's not a very high athletics number. I guess I'll fuck it. I'll try it. Athletics 2, your surprising speed catches the man off guard. He hurls Heoden out of the way, hopes of buying himself time to defend from your charge. Okay. Rock and roll McDonald's. Let's do it. Very excited. Oh no! Stop hitting Heoden! Stop! Good, did you? F.
Let's go!
Stab him! Stab the crap out of him! Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companion is now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us! Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready! The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin like a jetty beginning to succumb to the surge of the great wave. Where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against the wagon wheel, amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across the chest and bow, Odema's body stirs, and with a great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
You got it. You got it, boss. Exciting. Action. Graphics. Horsepower. Straining against the gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Heoden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers, who has been feigning death, lunges for Heoden and topples him into the rocky ground. Restrained, Heoden lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you, despite the wind. From your position, if you were to throw your weapon at the attackers, you would have a good chance at hitting your mark. Yeah, I'll fucking do it. Your aim is true, and and the hit jars Heoden loose. Lurching to his feet, Heoden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out into the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold on just long enough for Heoden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the socks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake off the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. And this is the part when you wait for the level to load. Pretty epic. I really enjoyed this game. It's fucking really rad.
Was that?
Yeah, it was. Calissa.
A Bewick. Had to be.
Now I'm curious what's gonna happen here, because basically you have a crossroads moment. So I just wanted to check it out, but I ended up playing for like an hour and a half. I played about to a little bit past this, and well, I guess I'll see. If it doesn't happen, I'll mention it. But
Then we're lucky to be alive.
But I wonder if it's going to
And
change.
we're the only
It's going to be
ones.
reactive to what happened.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Okay. A moment's respite. Quest completed. Alright, let's go to my inventory here. So I'm gonna do some things. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Medium armor. Speed recovery. I'm gonna take her armor. I'm gonna give it to my guy. Oh. Naked lady. Give her this armor. Oh. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this specimen. Look at that flag. Or cape, rather. Flag. What the fuck am I talking about? What am I even saying? There we go. Now that's a barbarian I can get behind. Yeah, I guess I should put some armor on her. It'd be just my luck. I would totally forget. Yeah. What's he got? What's this guy got going on? He's got some weapons. He's got some daggers. Is that what that is? Yeah, it's a dagger, alright. Called it. Expert Pillars of Eternity player. Going on the pro circuit pretty soon. The pro circuit of eternity. The lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble. Okay. I accept that.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
What would I ask? What would be my concern as a person? Right, what about everyone else in our caravan? Cliff's lips pressed together, and her chin rumples, her voice faint. The wheels got a hold of them now. She looks up. God grant them better luck in their next lives. What happened out there? Calissa shakes her head. Windstorm? Of a kind they only get in Air Glenfath. Not too many people live through them, though. So it's hard to know what's true. The Glenfathan word for Bewick, to them it's God's way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? Nice one, Calissa. Nice. Glenfathans, those would be the hut dwellers the demon warned you about. Look to be the fangs of Gallowayne, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin looking for fights with colonists. Poor demon, I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. I don't believe that. A demon would never allow it, but as much as the fangs are hotheads, Glenfathans... Oh, excuse me. Glenfathans don't attack without being provoked. Either way, they saw something and got the wrong idea, or... She glances down the passage beyond. Or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. You don't seem too upset about this. Calissa looks you in the eye and a volatile current running her beneath her voice. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. So there. Nice. She's got the comebacks, man. And maybe I've seen worse, too. Seen worse and kept on walking. Because there's nothing else to be done. Because there's other people who you care about who still need you. Excellent point. She's a tough soldier. Tough soldier lady. Okay, so it doesn't appear like it's going to happen. So, last time I played through that part. When you have the confrontation with the Glenfathan Bloodfang dude, what happens is Heoden gets kind of like stabbed. I'm going to save it while I'm doing this. He gets stabbed, and It's very tragic. But what it does, it makes you camp overnight. Calissa does not want to camp overnight. So she takes a bunch of your shit, I think, and leaves. And you don't, and you find her body, so you get all your shit back. And that's about where I ended. But so that's kind of cool. It's interesting. We got branching paths. This is not a linear game. This is the future. This is the future of games. Oh. A trembly, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zerup. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Let me see here. It's okay, I won't hurt you. The Zerup recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. Yeah. Raise your arms. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking emanating from the back of its throat. Yeah, raise your arms to the creature. Okay. So I can slowly back away, or I can kill it. I don't know. Zerup watches you warily as you go. So I don't know what to do here. Should I just kill this son of a bitch? Is it gonna give me shit if I come in here? Yeah, it is. It's gonna try to kill me. So, what's this guy?
How can I help?
What's this? Blinding strike. One per encounter. Dirty attack that makes opponents unable to see, inflicts extra damage that blinds the target. Okay, well, we don't want to do that just yet. We don't really need to bother. I don't think we're gonna need to bother with that kind of business right now. Man, we're just like a pack of marauding stab artists. Way easier with oh, here we go. A one-handed spear, which might be cool. Medium deflection. Zerup tongue. That's interesting. The rounded, dry tongue of Zerup. Value 14 copper pieces. Oh my. Zerup spear. Accurate. Accuracy +5. I like that. Let's take all that. Let's get in this inventory here. Okay. Well, that makes no goddamn sense. Zerup spear. What happened to my other fucking spear? Did I lose it? Maybe I lost it? That's weird as fuck. Okay. I'm not seeing it anywhere. Where's my other spear? Where's my spear? Well, you look like a fancy lad. Fancy as fuck.
No problem.
No problem, buddy. Oh, now we got some other stuff. Okay. Relief gem. What's that do? This brilliant blue gem has been sculpted to look like an eye. Interesting. Torch. Tattered journal. Small folio is torn in several places, and blood has soaked into several of the sheets. One letter is still legible, however. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice, and I've got my hands on a genuine Angwithan artifact. The fellow who had it said it was pretty. It was a pretty nothing as far as he's concerned. He's not willing to go digging in some ruins, but if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, then that's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I head into the Sullen Lease in the morning. Then it's just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about. Well, looks like it didn't work out so good for you, buddy. I apologize. I'm very sorry for you. So it looks like they all have their own inventories. I'll give this to her. Anything worth doing? Actually, what's this guy all about? So what is this? 9 to 13 slash damage. What's this got? 8 to 13. So it's not properties burning lash. Which I don't know if that really makes much of a difference, to be honest with you. Crossbow. That's a pretty good weapon. I'm gonna go ahead and give that to my guy. And his second inventories, his second slot. The lady, she shall receive the regular bow. And actually this guy as well. So might as well hook everybody. Well, he's got a... Why would you only want one dagger? You don't even need this at all, fella. Come on. come on, man. Lockpicks. I'm gonna keep it on me. I don't trust these people. I don't know these. I mean, I just met them. Although I assume we've been caravanning for a while, so I don't know why we were acting like we had just met. But...
Wait. Do you hear that?
Oh. It's a scolder whelp. This is another time where I would just go ahead and, I guess I'm just gonna attack this motherfucker. Make sure we're all on the same page. Wow. Stab! Death! Yes! Now, I can't loot you?
Sure.
You got nothing? You got no loot for me? Come on, dog. A crack runs along the wall from the ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. Push the wall on the wall. Despite the damage, the stone looks heavy and solid. Push on it yourself. You push the wall with all your might, but it does not give. Push on the wall. Lisa. With all her might, and the crack begins to spread. Finally, the ancient masonry gives way. The wall crashes down, revealing a circular room ahead. Woo! That's knucking fucks, yo. Okay, so I'm actually gonna save again. I'm probably gonna save a lot. Whenever I do anything substantial, I'm not sure like if it works on like a checkpoint system or whatever. But last time I was playing,
see
like,
what's around the corner.
the checkpoint kind of set me pretty far back, and so I would suggest saving whenever you do something you feel is substantial. Eastern Reach is a dangerous place full of lurking enemies and carefully concealed secrets. Enable scouting mode to move stealthily and search for hidden objects like traps and secret doors. So this is a little scouting thing right here.
My eyes are peeled.
My eyes are peeled. My eyes are peeled. So, looks like we want to slowly skulk around. Oh! Enemy. Let's see if we can get a little closer. Closer. Scouting mode is both for stealth and for finding hidden objects like traps and secret containers. While scouting, your character's selection circles will start to fill with yellow when character is starting to detect them. Once the character is suspicious, you move and investigate the circle. Fully red, your characters will be discovered. Okay. Moving toward a character accelerates how quickly they will detect you. If you actually touch the selection circle of a character with your own, you will immediately be detected. Okay. Oh, he found us. He saw us because we walked right into his line of sight. So that's bad on us. That's not pro Pillars of Eternity play right there. Just fucking stab him. Make him die. What's he doing? Whoa, raises well for 9 pierce damage. What hits? Two. Man, this Haven guy's kind of a pushover. Yeah, there we go. Everybody get their health back. Still no items. I can't get like an ear or something off this mofo. Also, probably should do that more often. Hit the tab button to highlight the interactable things that I can interact with.
We found an exit. Sounds like the storm pass, too.
Well. How do? Should I keep going? Should I explore this cavern more? A spear spiderling. I don't know what that means. Let's fucking... Let's give him what for. Come on, guys. Kind of disappointed in your performance there, Kalisa. Or Kalisa. Kalisa. But it looks like we still got... This is a pretty big map. Well, I guess, I mean, yeah, this area. I know there is some stuff here. Kind of, with a pain in the ass. So I'm not sure I want to go back. Although, I can... This just is circular. So that's like a shortcut. Okay. So if we go back here, we're going to go back towards this area. Let's see what we can do here. Now, okay, I'm going to save right here. Spoiler alert. That is a trap. That right there, kids, is a goddamn trap. So I'm going to try to use this stealth mode? Maybe if can I get through here in stealth mode? Because this is gonna burn my ass. Trap triggered. Ouch! When a party member is reduced to 0 endurance, they are knocked out. This means they're out of the fight, but as long as your side is victorious, they will regenerate. Blah blah blah. Well, I think we're dead. We're dead, everybody. There ain't no party has died. Well, let's load. We're right here. Thank God. That's what I lost. I lost like a bunch of time last time because I had kind of like cleared out the whole area. See, now this is a sticky situation. I'm not sure how you can really figure out what the fuck you're supposed to do with this. I don't know what the clue is. So we're just gonna... I'm gonna move past it for now. I don't want to get stuck on that shit. Because that would be lame. It would be lame as hell. I know you agree. Stop acting like you don't. Another spear spiderling, huh? One of these days I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna end up trapped in a room full of these goddamn things. Bad. Like that stat. Like those stats. Live action stats. Calissa misses spear spiderling. She misses quite a bit. I hear her. She comments about it. Bats as large as chickens. What are strung in the web? Oh, so there's probably a big spider around here. I don't know. Getting very Lord of the Rings vibe here. Shelob action, huh? No, we're okay. I'm gonna get my bearings. Alright, well, let's go down this way since we know that there isn't much left of the map. Maybe something like a body. And a helmet! Right click for details. Helmets come in many forms, from the humble padded cap to the fully enclosed steel-grade helms. Different cultures tend toward different styles of helmets, but outside of regimented armies, the type of helmet an individual wears often comes down to personal preference. How do? So I'll probably, yeah, I might as well wear it. I don't... That's the thing, though. Is this a fashion statement, or is this got some kind of worth... Is there a reason to put this on? I don't like it. See, I don't like that. It's ugly. You know how I'll give it to this guy. He's a little on the weaker side, if you know what I'm saying. I'll give it to this dude. Primary color. Secondary color. Okay. Close. Okay. Anything else in here that I can interact with? Oh, there you go. Jasper. Ooh, Jasper's found in the wild. Dull modeled stone, frequently red color. I guess, while relatively easy to find and polish, the stone system of swirls of color give it endless variety. I'm assuming you have to use craftsmen with bright colors. Their considerable hardness also lends them variety. So I guess maybe those are just like, what do you call them? Like materials. Either that or maybe it's just kind of stuff you can sell for just a little extra copper. Line your mighty... Oh, web sack. Bloodstone. Bloodstone is traditionally a dark stone, often a deep green, but the presence of pockets of iron or red jasper resembling blood splatter will give it the stone's name as well. Okay. Ooh, a rapier. A rapier. Because I'm... Who's... Fucking... Yeah, that's good. I don't know who's this going to be useful for. Okay, this guy. 9 to 13. Rapier is what? 10 to 15. Pierce space versus deflection. Properties, accuracy 1. Sure. Let's give him a rapier. There we go. And a dagger. I like it. Now we're cooking with oil. Anything else in this room that I can interact with? Okay, we already got that. Yeah. Anything else? Anything else? That looks to be it. I guess it's time to journey forth. Okay, now that we're outside here, yeah. New map discovered. 30 experience. Well, how do? I don't know how the experience works. I haven't, like, noticed anything that's, like, I haven't leveled up. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. Oh. We've got some serious... Older robed man. 4 figures stand silhouetted before an otherworldly apparatus. An ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, inscrutable and ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what happens to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The face of one of the figures is distantly visible, framed by long tendrils of oily gray hair, tinged dark in the ends of the thick beard and seem to obscure all trace of emotion. His faded robes are embroidered with runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and his head is crowned with a strange black headdress, with 2 protrusions jutting out, one on either side like the wings of some profane and malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you...
I feel like we've walked in on something.
Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
This is serious business. This is super serious. Oh no! For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once, it erupts with concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain swells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black, unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end of the great pillar of adra pierces the floor from below like a ragged spike, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but an immense and multifaceted and intertwined. The work perhaps of a prodigious but fevered mind. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they're all questions, pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered or... At the base of the pillar now you see a man with a thick grey beard and a ceremonial robe, his oily hair tucked beneath a cowl and a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. Who ate my Pop-Tarts? What the fuck? You awaken to find your malaise is broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that. An involuntary paranoid tick. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Heoden and Kalisa lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnatural in death. You are alone and far from help. A gilded veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Well, that's... Your character has earned enough experience to advance the level. Click the icon in their portrait to level them up. Alright. Okay, well that's really sad. Now it's like, I gotta wonder, like, is that avoidable? I don't know. Points left. Rank. Athletics. Lore. Lore represents characters like human, missing knowledge of trivia, often with occult, esoteric topics, outside of conversation, Mechanics. Traps and locks can be a problem for even the toughest adventurers, draining the resources and maiming or killing those who are unfortunate enough to trigger an unseen floor plate. The mechanics skill makes it easier to open locks and find and disable traps. Additionally, any character can use a mechanics skill to replace traps of their own. The higher the mechanics skill, the more accurate. It's probably a good thing to have. Better your food and potions seamlessly fine. The higher the character's survival skill, the longer the duration of such items. Survival can also be used in conversations, scripted interactions that involve wilderness challenges or specialization information. Stealth allows character of any class to attempt to avoid being seen or heard. It uses automatically whenever the character is scouting mode. The higher the character's skill, the closer they can get to enemies before being detected. I guess, I mean, I probably should at least put at least a point in that. Even though it's probably not, well, I'm probably not going to do anything with it, to be honest. I'm not a big stealthy person. I mean, that's why I wanted to be a barbarian. You know? Lumbering. Dumb. Well, the smartest of barbarians. I kind of would like to model it after the real Conan the Barbarian, who was actually a pretty smart and charming fellow. Athletics. That helps. Lore. I mean, I like having the upper hand in those kind of situations, so that's what we're going to do. Probably making some mistakes. Stealth. Athletics. No new class unlocks. Class. Greater Frenzy. Accurate Carnage. So your character is beyond your class ability choices. Some talents modify existing abilities, but others add new abilities of their own. A subset of talents are class specific, but most can be taken by a character of any class. Barbaric Blow. That sounds like a real good one. Deals a massive blow, causing additional crits and extra damage on crits for both the blow and any resulting hits from Carnage. Carnage also hits a bigger area. Grand Barbaric Blow, 1 per encounter, speed, instant effects, full attack, blah blah blah. Accurate Carnage. Barbarian learns to line up his or her most savage blows, improving accuracy for secondary attacks from Carnage. That's a pretty good. I think I'm gonna go with Accurate Carnage. That sounds like a good one. I like it. Talents. I guess we're done. We are now officially a level 2 barbarian. Character, you may want to review their statistics. Open their character sheet to see their attributes, skills, abilities, talents, and great detail. Okay. Well,
yeah.
Is that how we? No. How do I open your character sheet? Character sheet. There it is. Well, how do? Yeah. It's all very interesting. It's all very detailed. Very detailed. Alright. I guess we'll... Oh, shit. Battle Axe. I mean, I don't need all this shit. But I'm definitely going to take a potion of minor regeneration. That's for sure. I don't know if I need this journal. Can I sell this thing? It's worthless. I will... I'll take the axe. See, that shield fucks up my accuracy. That's some bullshit. Makes sense. I mean, yes, realistic, but annoying. 8 to 12, crush. What's this axe got again? 12 to 18. So I am debating whether or not I want to go... I guess I can put this in the stash. If I want to go, just go two-handed. Or not. That's kind of something I gotta figure out. That is a bummer. That's mildly upsetting. My companions are now dead.
No problem.
No problem, buddy. Now we're left to figure this shit out alone. On the road again. On the road again, everybody. Holy Christmas. We got ghosts. We got ghosts. I'm gonna walk right through that goddamn ghost. So obviously, some kind of portal has been opened. We have some kind of connection. Probably some... Are we perhaps some type of chosen one? Find out more. What you got? Vessel flesh. Okay. Sure. I'll take them all. I mean, I'm sure these guys would appreciate me, you know, making use of them after they've passed. Oh! That's scary. The massive structure is formed of stone, adrite, and copper and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with an unusual energy. Okay. So I guess this is going to take me to the world map. World map! Right? Is this all we got? That's it. I mean, this is the area. We can go back to the Ingwithian ruins. We can keep on trucking. Guess we'll keep on trucking right now. So that's where I am. I'm trying to get... Am I trying to get to the Gilded Vale? Yes. So we still got a little ways to go. A little ways to go to the Gilded Vale. It will take 6 hours to complete your journey from Silan Lee to Valewood. Well, yeah. I mean, what else are we going to do? I assume this is a real-time 6 hours, as this is a very realistic game.
Time for a nap.
Oh. I'm tired. I'm bushed, apparently. I don't know how to... Okay, I can't make a camp. So we're gonna just have to fucking rock and roll this shit. I guess we're just gotta keep going. Corpse. Camping supplies. Yes, well, speak of the devil. Okay, I mean, I need camping supplies for sure, but I don't want it in my stash, do I? I don't know. Does it matter if I put it in my stash or not? Is this my stash selected? Where's my inventory? I do, okay. Account. This is fucking what? In the name of... Talk about love. Camping supplies, you can use these to rest in the wilderness or dungeons, fully restoring all your character's abilities and health. Easy difficulty allows you to carry more camping supplies, but hard restricts them severely. If you fully run out of camping supplies, try to find an inn. Most have cheap rooms available. Well, that's cool. That's pretty cool. I guess put this in the stash. Don't need any of that shit. Hunting bow. Put this in the stash, I guess. Very uncertain. This, I got a decision to make. I don't know if I want to keep the shield or if I want to get into the axe business. I'll give the axe a shot. I'll do two-handed here. Let's check it out. See how it goes. Actually, probably a good time to save. Like I said before, I should take my own goddamn advice. Oh yeah, we're gonna save. Actually, no, we'll leave the autosave alone. You never know. You never know. She never says that. Word. Okay. It's kind of a... Ooh, more ghosts. Ghost! So I guess I'm probably gonna see ghosts all over the place. Like, as I want to do. Or I assume that's what the character is going to do. Spoiler, it probably has something to do with the story. Just saying. And it's been a long time since I've played a game like this. I'm really enjoying this. I mean, I know we haven't really done much, but it's pretty neat. I really love the way it looks. I just dig it. I'm gonna look up some info about it actually, and then maybe if I do another video, I can tell you a little bit about it. Now, touch more salt. So I wonder if the young dwarf tending to the stew looks up, startled as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle, spattering stew across the ground. That's a waste of good stew. That's what that is. What the hell's that guy's problem? Yeah. What? The bandit turns. Get him, you dogs, and make sure our new cook don't run off. Help, please help me. Oh, one of the bandits gives 10 frick a kick as they pass him, and he falls. Looks like it's time to get rock and roll McDonald's, guys. Frenzy. Where's my other thing? Do I have to change it over? God damn it. I probably do. Wonder if I can do that right now. Journal, inventory. half speed, cancel, attack, formation, camp, pause. Can I actually affect things on this character sheet? No, this is my character sheet. God. Stupid potato. That's something now I don't know how to do that at all. Just to change that kind of stuff, which is, I don't wanna, options left, journal, character, stronghold, you're not on a stronghold. Okay, so that's the thing. I did not know. That's cool. I didn't know you could do that too. You can control the speeds. It's pretty neat. I guess I'm just gonna have to attack. I'm just gonna have to. Let's see what else I'm gonna be able to do. Let's do it. This is not going to You guys fucking me up. I think I should have used the shield. I can't even kill this guy. He is just ducking me right in the head. Get fucking frenzy on this asshole, I guess. Die! Okay. How do I use it? No. Quick items. I can't put this in my quick items? Oh, is it because I'm fucking... Yeah, it's because I'm in the middle of engaging. This does not go well. This was kind of a wash. This dude's gonna fuck me up. I'm gonna try my best here. I got.
That's
no.
not good.
Nope.
Yeah!
Nope. Use it. Use your goddamn thing. Use it. Oh, we're not doing so hot, guys.
That's not good.
Things are not looking. They're not. The gods are not with us right now. Ouch! When a party member is reduced to 0 endurance, they're knocked out. This means they're out of the fight. But as long as your side is victorious, yeah. Well, we know that's not the case. The party is dead. The Watcher has died. Well, in any case, this is getting a little long in the tooth here, so I'm gonna cut the video short. Well, not really short. Like I just said, it's long in the tooth. But I'm going to end it here. I think, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to try my best to, every time I play this, I'll record it and I'll put an episode up. I don't know how frequent or infrequent that's going to be. I am really enjoying it, so I have a feeling I'm going to be playing it quite a bit. And yeah. So if you enjoyed this, made it this far, thanks for watching. Give us a like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe maybe. And we're going to be pumping out some new content pretty frequently. I'm going to try to get something up every other day, but we'll see how it goes. Alright everybody, I'm Shaun, I'm a natural gamer, and yeah, thanks for watching. Take it easy.